WIIL Rock Morning Show. Weekend.
Well, welcome to another edition of the 95 WIIL Rock Morning Show Weekend Rewind. Tom Keefe, your host for this go-around, like usual. Myself and Leah doing the WIIL Rock Morning Show. Weekday mornings 5 until 10, 95.1 FM from Chicago to Milwaukee and streaming worldwide at 95willrock.com. We'll regurgitate some of the stuff that we think is worth hearing again, I guess, from the WIIL Rock Morning Show. Let's start right at the beginning with llamas. Who doesn't love a llama?
I know how you feel about goats. But how do you?
I love goats.
How do
Picture
you?
right there.
There's you as a goat.
Yeah.
How do you feel about llamas?
Llamas are okay. I had an incident. You notice I have a story for everything.
You really do.
You can say any topic I have a llama story.
Did you get spat on?
When I was helping, well, almost. When I was helping build I believe they don't have them anymore at the Racine Zoo, prairie dog enclosure there.
Oh.
I was running my Bobcat. I ran a Bobcat, skid steer, a mini excavator, stuff like that. And we were doing some backfilling or whatever. And the place where the prairie dogs were going to be was right next to the llama thing. Mm-hmm. One of the llamas fell in love with my Bobcat.
Okay.
Like would follow it up and down the fence line, and I think had a romantic, inkling toward my Bobcat. Yeah. When I would get in or out of my Bobcat, that thing was pissed at me.
Yeah.
Like, who are you and what are you doing to my girlfriend? Mm-hmm. I'm not making any of it. It was very weird. And it wasn't all
Is this
of
common?
them. It wasn't the whole herd of llamas.
It was just
one of them
llama.
was in love, and it wasn't me, because if I walked away, it would stay by the Bobcat.
Right. It was,
and then I would get in
machine.
and it would be like, it would make an angry llama face. So, yeah, I've had bad blood with a llama. I was not spit at, though. Did you ask?
I asked how you felt about llamas.
Well, that's how I feel about we have beef. We have beef, llamas and I.
With one.
Yeah. I'm sure it's dead by now. At least I hope so.
How long do llamas live for?
Either that or the poison didn't work.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. How long do llamas live for? This is the weirdest show in radio. If you had said to me this morning, $1 million if you can work, how long do llamas live for into the show? I've been like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know, man. It seems like it wouldn't fit in there properly. It seemed like we forced it in. Computer, how long do llamas live? This is the first question we're giving her this year.
Llamas typically live between 15 and 20
I think it's
years.
between 15 and 20 years.
Of course.
Leah. Yes.
Like a dog.
Yeah, like a dog. And we cried when we put it down. Anyway. So, your story.
The story is that therapy llamas bring holiday joy to airline passengers.
Not the one I'm telling you about. The one I'm telling you about brought nightmares to one very worried ditch digger. Yeah. So llamas and me have beef.
Oh my gosh.
They have therapy llamas where exactly?
They had them at the Portland International Airport.
Right, so they don't get on the plane.
No, but when passengers were, in big groups, all stressed out, traveling during the holidays sucks. I'll never do it.
Right.
But they brought llamas out and they dressed them up as reindeer to ease the stress of the traveling passengers.
So they can have full-on nasty ass, have a bad attitude about my Bobcat llamas at the airport, I can't bring a bottle of water, a sealed bottle of water through security.
That's where they draw the line.
Makes complete sense to me.
WIIL Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
The 95 WIIL Rock Morning Show Weekend Rewind is from the G-Spot, entrance G at Gurney Mills. That's where you'll find our studios. You can come by and knock on the glass and say hi if you're ever here at Gurney Mills, not a mall. The station used to be in Pleasant Prairie. Doesn't that sound nice? And back in the day, the station wasn't a rock station. It was a top 40 station, and I was the only person that works at WIIL Rock that worked at that station, and I still have a little bit of the top 40 in me. Proof of that on this bit on the Weekend Rewind.
And finally, how big is 3 millimeters?
You can't tiny. With your fingers. You can't. Yeah. It's like that.
I thought that was 5 inches.
Yeah, no, that's 10 inches right there. Yeah, get ready for it.
Can't even see it.
Yeah, well, that's what she said. That's what she said.
This Boston man, he had a 3 millimeter, so small, wooden splinter lodged in his eye for 15 years.
That's for something in your eye. That's large.
Yeah.
For
you think you'd feel it, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what she said. But that's not even hot. That's a grain of rice down a hallway, not hot dog down a hallway. Anyway.
The man went in for a routine eye checkup when doctors noticed that he had a foreign object.
You've got wood in your eye.
Yeah.
Commonly known as wood eye.
Damn it, wood eye.
Wood eye. Why I oughta.
Or wouldn't I?
It was that of a wooden splinter, which I have thought like something is in my left eye for years now. I've been talking about this for years.
That's very strange because I thought something was in my T-Boz, but that's just me. Tim? Yeah? Come on, get the rest of the joke, Tim.
God,
she said left eye. I said something was in my T-Boz.
You got it.
It's there for the taking, Tim. You had
it's
something.
a TLC reference.
Yeah.
Right.
Left eye, T-Boz, and
I don't
you're
know
like,
who the third
you're like, I
person
found
is.
something in my chili.
That's it.
TLC references on the rock station for the win.
Oh, man, that got me.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
It's the Will Rock Morning Show Weekend Rewind. Tom Keefe here. When you were a kid, did you ever get something stuck somewhere? You know, my brother, I think, got a quarter stuck in him. I don't recall ever getting anything stuck. One of my kids had a metal bearing that he swallowed, and then we went to the doctor, and he said, well, just wait, it'll pass. And it was about the size of a marble, and I was sitting in my office in the basement, and all of a sudden I heard ting, 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 something drop into the toilet, and my young son Sam yelling downstairs, it passed! Well, apparently Leah liked to stick things where they didn't belong, too, when she was a kid. Here's a recounting of that from the Will Rock Morning Show on the Weekend Rewind.
We were talking Friday about like the strangest Guinness Book of World Records sent this last year.
Yeah.
And you have tried many of times
Failed
to.
many things, yes.
Well, another one for you to try.
Oh, another one to fail. Good.
David Rush from Idaho.
Idaho?
Idaho!
All right.
Well, this story isn't as funny.
What? Why did you suddenly...
I thought it said that he...
Oh, you misread it.
I misread it. No, it's not as funny.
No, it's not as funny as you
No.
thought. All right.
He recently sorted 17.6 ounces of peanut M&Ms in 1 minute and 14 seconds.
I've done the M&M sorting.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
So...
Not well.
Is it you would think that you could do that quickly.
Yeah.
And I would say that we'd be able to do this. He said that
Sounds way easier than it is.
he used his kids' Halloween leftovers to break this world record. And when he was done, he ate all of the candy. Now,
He ate the evidence.
do you want to guess what I thought I read?
He sorted... I have no idea. What.
I thought it said that he snorted the M&Ms and then he ate them.
I like to lubricate them a little bit before I eat them.
That's what I thought this said.
My candy don't taste like boogers. I ain't eating it because, well, that's what I call my boogers. Nose candy. So I just thought, why not cut out the middleman?
We used to do this. Kids don't put things in your nose, but we used to do this when we were younger. We would snort nerds up our nose and spit them out our mouths.
Nothing you say anymore surprises me about you. You used to snort nerds and spit them out your mouth.
Yeah.
We should go see Dr. Swerdlin. You probably have nerds embedded in your sinus lining.
Maybe that's what's wrong.
That's become infected and they've gotten into your brain. You've got nerds on the brain. I'm sorry. It's terminal. Why? What does she have? Nerd brain. She likes like nerdy stuff? No, she literally has nerds on her brain.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
Well, the big talk around 95 Will Rock as we get into the New Year's. New voice guy, these guys that say the call letters of the station between all the songs and coming out of the commercials and stuff like that. They get paid to sit in their underwear and just say words. And, it's just slightly less work than we do around here. We got a new one, but he's actually an old one. As old as they can get on Will Rock. He was the first guy ever on the air at 95 Will Rock. And we got a lot of questions about him, so we answered some of them recently on the Will Rock Morning Show. People with questions about the new voice guy on the text line.
The Will Rock Morning Show. Mornings will rock.
No, he's not coming to your house to beat the crap out of you. It just sounds like it. Mm-hmm. It's just a change in this is like the 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth voice guy we've had on the station. And every time we change, people are like, oh, this one's no. Until you get used to it, it is. Yeah. He needs to take a log off the fire. It is a little he needs to take several logs off the fire. Yeah. And I had dinner with him on Friday.
I met him. He's a great guy.
Great guy. A little intimidating with the voice. We'll explain some of that and answer some of the questions about the new voice guy. And you will pay attention to what he says, or we will send him to your house and he will scare your children.
The Will Rock Morning Show. Mornings will rock.
Listen or die. I will kill you if you do not listen. So, but it's not as scary as he sounds. So
that is true.
The Will Rock Morning Show. Mornings will rock.
Right? Sounds like you're going to get beat up. Jonathan Cook is the guy's name. Now, people throwing a little shade on the text line this morning. At JD. I want to point a couple things out. First off, he was the first disc jockey ever on Will Rock. When we signed it on back in 92, there were two people in the room. It was me and him. We were barely staying. You had to load the CDs we were playing at the time into these little cases that these CD players, have you seen those?
Yes.
The jewel cases?
Yes.
The damn cases would always break. They were to protect the CDs. The little doors would come off. But I'm loading. It's all new music. We were top 40 before that. I'm taking out CNC Music Factory CD and putting in the Bruce Springsteen CD. We were very much a drive type sounding station back then. And so I'm loading. I mean, we're barely staying ahead of things. And he's the very first guy on the radio.
Mic. Yeah.
We had a different voice guy then. And then we've had him and Bill Davis, and then I think the guy's name was that. And then I believe it was David Lee. And then the last guy, Joe, Kelly, and now it's Jonathan Cook. So it's the fourth voice guy, and you freshen things up once in a while.
Yeah.
Jonathan Cook was on with. Now this was great. He used to be on with. He'd pop. He worked at the Loop before he went out to California to be a voice guy, and you used to hear him on all sorts of stations, including. He was on NBC, like all these shows. You'd hear him, Law and Order, always in movies and all. He was the Law and Order guy. I don't know what he did. He did a lot of those like murder stories
SVCU.
and stuff. He did a lot of murder show stuff. He did a lot, which fits in good. You will get murdered Saturday night at 10 on Fox. He did a lot of that stuff. You would hear him and recognize him. He was the voice of the intro of Super Grover. He investigates. He's a Super Grover on Sesame Street. Nice. So
really?
He was on Sesame Street as like the intro to Super Grover.
What?
And here's a big one. For one season, it got canceled. He was a cartoon character. It was Rusty, the big guy, and Rusty the boy robot or something. Google that. The big guy and Rusty he played the title character, the big guy. And when it came out, they thought it was going to be a big hit. He was an action figure you could get at Taco Bell.
Sweet.
I went to Taco Bell and they had an action figure I got of my friend.
Of your friend. That's pretty cool.
But the show was kind of a flop. So, but he was. Did you Google the big guy and Rusty the boy robot?
I got him.
There he is. He's the big guy.
And there's Jonathan Cook.
There he is, the big guy. Yeah. So that's our voice guy.
So
to answer your question, no, he's not the Wish version of a voice guy.
Yeah.
He's an
quite the
actual voice
opposite.
guy.
Yeah. Which I think is what the offset is. Like, he is a voice guy. He does voices.
And it says he sounds like Optimus Prime. I believe he has done some Optimus Prime.
Yes.
I'm serious, for like a cartoon or something. Yeah.
No way.
Autobots, blah blah blah. He's done that, or at least he says that around me. He was on the Loop, and he would get on the Kevin Matthews show, and they called him, his nickname on the Kevin Matthews show was Thunderballs. So we now have Thunderballs.
As
so before
our
you throw shade at the new voice guy, it's just because he's new. And he needs to take a couple logs off because he makes me feel like he's coming to your house. He needs to lighten it up a little bit. He's coming to your house to beat you up in front of your children. 95 Will Rock. I will now beat you in front of your children. This says, why not get a voice girl, like an 80s Valley Girl voice? That would be me. It says that would be boobs. First off,
that would be
I
boobs.
know that they're talking about me.
First off, women shouldn't be on the radio.
No.
This says, reminds me of the voice guy from the 70s to 80s. New voice guy related to Optimus Prime. Did you guys get the new voice guy over Wish? Actually, he's a Sheen new voice guy. That's what he is. let's see. His voice sounds like a modulated, exaggerated version of his regular voice. No, that's actually his voice.
That's his voice.
So he read at my wedding. Mm-hmm. We had a girl come up and read a thing about prancing gazelles and things.
Oh.
And then he went up and read after her. Like the church was very quiet, like church mouse when she. And then he got up there, and you could see people's hair blowing back. It was like God himself spoke at the wedding.
It's like the guy with the the cassette tapes. The old he'd put the
Maxell.
cassette tape in,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
sit in front of the speakers. Yeah.
So everybody looked at my wedding, but nobody warned me of what they should have actually warned me about. So listen to our radio station, or Jonathan Cook is going to come to your house
Kick your ass.
and beat the crap out of you.
The Will Rock Morning Show. Mornings will rock. Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
It's the 95 Will Rock Weekend Rewind. Tom Keefe with some stuff from previously on the Will Rock Morning Show. If you listen to the show, you know on Tuesdays, it's a 95 Will Rock Ticket Tuesday. We like to dole out the free concert tickets, actually some bull rider tickets coming up on the Will Rock Morning Show. And, we do some goofy contests for your shot at winning the tickets, including we like to make it, about something going on in the world around Christmas time. This is an annual event where we take a wholesome, wonderful family holiday and we corrupt it with smut. Here's that from recently on the Will Rock Morning Show. Ticket Tuesday, your chance to win. Who's going to play? Kyle is going to play. What's up, Kyle?
How's it going?
We're going to play Triple X or Xmas. She's going to give you a movie title. You have to tell us if it's Triple X, which means, porn, or if it's or if it's an actual holiday movie. Are you well versed in both, or one or the other, or what?
Probably neither.
Neither? You don't watch porn and you don't watch holiday movies.
Yeah.
Kyle's a liar.
I believe you don't watch holiday movies,
Yeah,
maybe, Kyle.
Kyle's
But
a liar.
you sound like a porn hound to me. So,
Sound like a Kyle liar.
How old are you, Kyle?
I'm 37.
And
Okay.
do you have a significant other?
I do.
All right. What's their name?
Jenny.
Jenny. All right, Jenny. I love my Jenny.
Kyle.
All right, Kyle.
Don't
Kyle.
like Kyles.
Here, 3 out of 5, and you get the prize. And then if you get 5 out of 5, Jenny leaves you. So here we go. Triple X or Xmas. Let's go.
Get Santa.
Get Santa. Triple X or Xmas, Kyle.
We'll go Xmas.
He says Xmas. That is right. Get Santa.
Get Santa.
What is that? I don't even know.
I've never seen it before. It's from 2015.
All right.
Get Santa.
Horrible film. Bro.
Okay.
Up next.
12 Men for Christmas.
12 Men for Christmas, Kyle. Triple X or Xmas.
We're going to go Triple X.
That's what I would say. Yeah, that's what Leah wants. It's on her list. So, yeah.
I thought that's what the 12 days were. No?
Bell and the ball. 12 days of one a day, huh?
Yeah.
I was thinking 12 in one day, but, well,
That's overachieving.
That's college. All right.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus is coming to town. How is coming spelled in that, Leah?
Coming.
C-O-M-I-N-G?
I don't like to spell on the radio,
Okay,
Tom.
so all right. So Triple X or Xmas, Kyle?
Xmas.
You say Xmas. That's wrong.
No.
Just the way she said.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's not coming.
Santa Claus is.
It's coming.
Yeah. That's all right. You got 2. Get one of the
Like
last.
cumin.
Get one of the last 2, and you. Yes.
Spicy
yes,
town.
it's cumin. That's
Santa Claus
That's
is
what
cumin
that
to
is.
town.
Tim is not allowed to do any recipes ever at his house. People are like, this doesn't taste right. And then there's some girl going, I don't know, it tastes familiar to me. Pretty good, actually. Person doesn't chew. Anyway,
Says no one.
Get one of the next ones you win. Here we go.
The night before.
The night before. Just the night before?
Just the night before.
All right, Triple X or Xmas?
Triple X?
Triple X, he said? No.
It is a Christmas movie from 2015. All right, Kyle, you got one more.
You gotta get the last one here, Kyle, to win the tickets.
Dick the Holes.
I'm sorry, what are you saying? What
She's
did he say?
Australian.
Dick the Halls.
Dick the Halls with bars of holly.
Dick the Halls.
We're going to go triple X.
You're saying triple X is Dick the Halls is
Dick
triple
the
X?
Halls.
That is correct, Kyle. You pervert. Congratulations. You got 3 out of 5. You know a little more about
He
this.
didn't do that
Willing
great.
to admit. Right, yeah. You don't get the full
I had to give him a
pervert
give
badge.
me because I wanted him
yeah.
to win tickets.
Yeah. Oh, it's tickets.
Well, I appreciate it.
It's not the 12 men of Christmas.
No,
you don't want
no.
that, Kyle. You get the concert tickets. Hold on the line, okay?
Okay.
Dick the Halls with, well, you don't want to know. Fa la 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 la. There's triple X or Xmas, and that's why
that was fun.
we've all made the naughty list. Congratulations.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
Tom Keefe doing your 95 Will Rock Morning Show Weekend Rewind from the G-Spot entrance G here at Gurney Mills. That's where I work every day with Tim, our news guy, and Leah, my co-host, star of the show. I mean that in every sense of the word. Some of it's intentional, some of it's unintentional, and intentional, it's a hard word for me to say. We all do it. Oh, what a coincidence that I just screwed that up now. We all do it. You screw up words. And some of Leah's unintentional star moments on the show are her difficulty with some words. So much so that we have 2 of them on this week's edition of the Weekend Rewind. Here's your first listen to that on Will Rock. Well, it's the difficulties you had trying to cancel on Friday the AT&T service that you didn't actually
even
have.
AT&T.
She called and she's like, I want to cancel. And they're like, we can't. You're not. She's like, no, I need to cancel.
Well, but
They're
before
like, you're
I was
not
even
with
canceling, they were like trying to sell me something, and I was
Yeah.
like trying to give her like her time because that's her job to try to keep me, you know. And I'm like, no, I really. She's like, okay, let me.
She was
pull up
trying to
your
keep you
account.
for a service you didn't have. Are you sure you want to leave us? Your service has been wonderful. And then they found out, no, it hasn't because it's non-existent.
It was so funny though because
You
she put
cannot-
me on hold for like the 5th time, and that's when it clicked, and I just hung up. I was like,
you
I didn't get
ran
to
away.
it. Yeah,
It's
I ran
like,
away.
yeah.
She knew.
It's like
She
going to
knew.
the store trying to return something you haven't bought.
Yeah.
Man, you just got this off the shelf. You can't return it. But there was a lot of different things you had to hoops to jump through. What's that word? What's that word that starts with an R? All the different things you had to do.
All the rigmarole.
This is what greeted me on Friday. She tried to tell me the story, and then she got to that word, and that's what it sounded like.
Rigmarole.
Don't help her. Let's see if she
sorry.
can do it on her own. I taught it to her on Friday.
Rigamore.
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 Which is when you're dead. You
Yes,
get all stiff. You got rigmarole. What happened? Well, he's dead. He's got rigmarole.
You didn't get into full rigor It's just a
It's
rigmarole.
it's what you go through at the funeral home. In order to get in the casket, you got to go through a lot of rigmarole. You can do it.
Stop.
That was
I don't
good.
know.
That was a good
You
start.
can do it. That was a good start.
Rigamore. Rigamore.
Wasn't that the bad guy in Harry Potter?
Yeah. You
Here's
can't
the
say-
thing.
yeah,
Here's
yeah.
the thing. I don't know if I ever knew this word. I don't know.
Well, why were you? I didn't give it to you Friday. You were trying to
I
use
was trying
it.
to say it,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I ever knew the right pronunciation of it.
The right pronunciation.
Of rigmarole.
She just said the right pronunciation.
She just pronounced pronunciation.
Pronunciation
Yeah.
wrong. Well, she was trying to do the rigmarole.
Oh, the irony.
Oh, no, it's ironic. See, I was waiting for you to say that word. I was praying. I was in my head. I was going to say that, and I'm like, no, she's going to try and say that word and get that one wrong. We'd be 3 words deep, and Leah can't talk. And again, what is your job?
I'm a broadcast
You're on the
professional.
radio.
Gosh darn
You're
it.
on the radio. There's a lot of broadcasting here. I'm never
so-
going to tell you how to say it. No, you're on your own on this one.
I could Google it, Tom.
Okay, Google it, and I still don't think you'll be able to say
I'm
it.
guessing if you Google rigmarole, it's not really there.
Yeah, it's not there. Here we go.
Oh, there's an L?
No, you're googling the wrong word.
Rigmarole.
Rigmarole. You're getting farther away now.
Is that like a rickroll?
Eventually, she's just
Ashley?
going to point at us and grunt. I'll go, hey, you got the word right.
Rigmarole.
Yeah.
That's not the right word.
No,
That's a different
There's another
word.
syllable in there somewhere.
Anyway.
Rigmarole.
This was going to be the number one thing I learned this weekend, and then we had the journey to the 501, where we were land of the lost. We went to the wrong bar,
It wasn't that we just went to the wrong bar. We went inside
inside
of
the wrong bar, and demanded to know where the radio setup was. And they're like, it's 1.5 miles that way. You dumbasses. Get your rigmarole out of here.
Your ugly ass sweater wearing.
Yeah, we look ridiculous. We have ugly sweaters on.
Even better.
So ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
Well, if you listen to the Will Rock Morning Show, you know that Leah and I, there's a little bit of an age difference there. I like to consider myself a slightly older, brother or whatever. Okay, it might be a little bit more of an age difference than that. But we both had this in common. I had posters on my wall, my bedroom wall, when I was a kid. I had the classic, well, I didn't have it, but my friend Dan Foltz had it. It was the classic Farrah poster. I had posters. I remember I had a poster of the Cars on there. That was one of my favorite bands. And then I went and saw them in concert and I realized, wow, their poster is pretty much as exciting as their concert. Did you have posters on your walls? Leah had one, but it wasn't just a poster. It wasn't just to say something she liked, a band she liked, or, a celeb she liked or whatever. She was actually using them to keep track of something in high school. Here's what that is, or was for her on the Weekend Rewind.
Why do I have gonorrhea?
That's another topic. I don't think we have time for that.
Do not. I hate that you did that.
I blame Scott. Had a long time. It's 9:28. There's songs that get Tom fired. The holiday extravaganza edition.
I hate you.
I hate you too. Oh, yeah.
It's a happy Christmas time.
Mary, why? Anyway, so it is 9:29. Open phone Thursday. 800-223-9510.
I just want to say this. We were both each other's first, and neither of us had gonorrhea.
I was certainly not your first. We haven't even. How drunk was I? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the person
Scott.
you just referenced.
Scott. Can we call him and talk to him?
I got a cramp.
From that? Wow, he must have been good. He cramped you up.
I don't know what
I
his...
get cramps sometimes and have to hop off and switch positions.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I just try and
Getting old as hell.
Sometimes I just try and straighten my leg out, but I fall off.
I honestly, we could try. I don't know.
No, I'm not in. I have a girlfriend. I have a fiance now. I don't want to try. I appreciate the offer.
He doesn't want to cramp up in the studio.
Really, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the offer. That's so kind.
Oh my God!
I can't. I have a fiance now.
Not a cold day in hell.
I have a fiance now.
Listen, that's not what I was saying.
Did you not do the training? You're not allowed to ask me that.
You asked me if we could call him. I said
through
we could
somebody
try.
that was like that, and it was horrific.
Oh my gosh.
It was horrific. I'm not interested.
Listen.
Thank you for the offer.
Can you? I did not offer that.
Can we call Scott and talk to him about it?
That's what I was saying. We could try. We can try to call him.
Scott.
I don't know what his life is now. I think he might be married.
Yeah.
I don't know, if that would be
taste sweet Leah.
I don't know if that would be. I don't know if that would be upsetting to his wife or his life situation.
She thinks that she was his first, maybe.
No, I don't think that. But I just don't know.
He was a man.
No, he wasn't. No, he was a great guy. Honestly,
where is he? Does he live in the listening area?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to reach out? Are you friends on the book?
No.
I don't even.
No, I don't think he's on the book.
My first, I don't even I didn't see her, and we went to the same school. Yeah. I didn't see her again.
Really?
I don't know if she dropped out or something. Maybe I have a baby out there.
We dated freshman, sophomore, and junior year.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys did it a lot.
Yeah.
How many? A lot.
I used to have a poster in my bedroom that had.
Did you really? Do you hash marks? You you had hash marks?
Yeah, no one knew what it was, but that's what it was.
What was the poster?
It was Limp Bizkit.
You had a Limp Bizkit poster. Were you tracked? Now, was it with Scott or was it with all?
No, it was
after Scott. Did the other people continue?
No, it was just with.
And there were a lot. Your dad would walk in and go, "Wow, you really like this band," or your mom would be, "Oh, you really." Your mom was like, "You really like this Limp Bizkit band." Yeah. It was anything but Limp Bizkit. How many hash marks did it get to?
Oh my gosh!
This might be my favorite moment in radio, and I've been doing mornings for 30 years. I found out my co-host has a Limp Bizkit hash mark sex poster with Scott, who was her first. How many hash marks did it get to?
Cramped her up.
Yeah. How many hash marks did you get to?
I could get it out of the crawl space.
Oh, no. You have the poster.
Listen,
please. Does Hat?
Stop.
Please
Stop,
bring. Does
stop.
Hat
Okay.
know that that's what the poster is about?
Probably not, but it's not saved. Listen, can you let me speak?
It's saved because you're a big Limp Bizkit fan.
It was my whole room was covered in posters. It was Limp Bizkit, Eminem, Papa Roach. It was
And every guy got a different
Blink
band.
182.
Scott was the Limp Bizkit guy. Hat was Blink 182.
listen.
And then she would play Small Things for Hat. All the small things.
No, Hat's
Hat
perfect.
is a thing. Anyway.
He's perfect.
So, yes.
So everyone would come into my room and they'd sign messages.
Everyone would what? Come into your room. I'm sorry. My headphones cut out.
brought cumin
Everybody
into a
would
room,
come
yes.
into your room. Because I thought you said anyway, go ahead.
Boys, girls.
Okay. Was there a girl poster? Did you have a Katy Perry poster?
So hot.
Did you have a Katy Perry poster?
1 second, I gotta take off my shirt.
Did you seriously, you're sweating. Did you have a Katy Perry poster in your room? And were there hash marks on it? Were there hash marks on your Katy Perry poster?
I was a mom by the time Katy Perry was a thing. I didn't know Katy Perry posters.
All right.
Oh my gosh! Did you listen to me?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh yeah, I will. We can do this the rest of the show.
Oh. God.
Okay, so what were you going to say?
Crying.
I'm not. This is enlightening. There was a hash mark. I dated a girl. The girl I dated before, the last girl I dated before I got married, had a calendar in her room. And I saw the calendar, and there would be stars on the calendar. And the stars wasn't like the hash marks. It was not the times we did it, but it was the times that it did it for her.
Oh, you got
when
like a rating system.
Wow.
Yeah. No, the stars meant that I got the job done.
Nice.
So, was there anything like that with the hash marks?
no,
or
no.
Were
No.
there? Yeah, no. Because it never happened for you, or because
I'm not okay. So can you?
I like it that we're talking about this, but we're not talking about it. Like you could be having kids in the car right now. They don't
Listen.
know what's going on. Yes.
Everyone that would come into my bedroom would sign the poster. So that's why.
So you kept everybody that would come into your bedroom, or everybody that would in your bedroom.
No, people that were hanging out in my bedroom as friends. Like, there were notes to me. Like, my whole, instead of just coloring on the wall, which I had a friend, Ashley, who everyone just wrote their name on her frickin' wall. I would kill my kid if they did that. We wrote on her wall. I at least had posters.
So everybody
on the wall
wrote on your
that
posters.
people would write on. And then, yes, so I did save those posters because they could probably go in the garbage. But I could
I will give you
I could pull it
$100
out.
cash right now if you bring me and give me your Limp Bizkit poster, and we hang it in the studio.
Oh my
I'll get it
God.
framed.
Oh, God.
Can we do that?
I wonder if he remembers that.
Let's ask.
Oh, my gosh. We'd have to call him off the air and make sure that he's...
Please.
That it's okay to do.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to do it?
Yeah, whatever. Sure.
All right,
this
set it
makes
up.
good radio, right?
Now people know. Coming up after our holiday break, we'll talk to Scott, who got the hash marks on Leah's Limp Bizkit poster, and then we're going to find out who got the hash marks on her Katy Perry
My
poster.
brother's calling me right now.
He doesn't have a poster, does he?
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
Tom Keefe with your 95 Will Rock Morning Show Weekend Rewind. One of the tricks of the trade in doing morning radio, and I've been at it for 30 years, is that there are comedy words you can just throw in once in a while. Spleen is a comedy word. Ointment, a comedy word. Rutabaga, pretty good comedy word. And we encountered another one that I think is a pretty good comedy word. I feel bad for the people that live there, but the street, its name is definitely a comedy word.
95 Will Rock 95 second update. A Wonder Lake townhouse left with significant damage after a fire yesterday. The blaze breaking out around noon on Sassafras Way.
Oh,
I
man.
know, wasn't that terrible?
It's so sad that the fire happened, but I want to live on Sassafras Way.
That's a fun name to say.
Where do you live? We live down on Sassafras Way. We make
you
all
imagine-
the toys for Santa Claus. Me and my other elves, we live in Sassafras Way.
Could you imagine, though, having to spell that out every time you call somewhere?
Sassafras.
Sassafras.
Well, how do you spell that? It's the common spelling. The common spelling of. Let me try it. I am a horrible speller. Sassafras. Can you use it in a sentence? Yeah, the townhouse burned down on Sassafras Way. I feel bad for these people that their townhouse burned. I apologize.
They're okay, right?
They are all okay.
Died.
They escaped without injury.
No dogs are dead.
No
or
pets,
anything.
no firefighters, no
If they do a
people.
GoFundMe or if they're trying to help people.
I have not seen anything yet, but I can look.
All right. Yeah, use it in a sentence, Sassafras Way.
He just did.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you, the freaking judge?
Yes, I am.
Are you the judge?
You can't ask
of
again.
The fake radio bullcrap spelling bee. You're
The roots are Latin
what is
in
the
nature.
what is country of origin?
The North Pole.
North Pole, Santaland, Santaland, Sassafras.
I was going to say
Sassafras,
Yellow Brick Road.
SAS
SAS.
FRAS.
You were very close. You missed a second S.
Two S's. Sass is SASS, right?
S-ass.
SS. All right.
Yeah.
Sassafras.
Sassafras.
No, that's the porn version. You're not using the regular one. That's sassafras.
Not the common spelling.
Santa's looking for a little love. He's on Sassafras Way. Santa's going to the North
Say it right.
Pole.
Ass.
We're going to burn it.
Will Rock Sports.
Burn in hell for what?
We just made fun of Santa Claus and put him in a porn.
Whatever. You've never seen that one before?
Okay.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
Well, as you are listening to this edition of the 95 Will Rock Weekend Rewind, I am getting ready for the Bears at the Packers for a pivotal game. Will the Bears play spoiler? Will the Packers get into the playoffs? It's always exciting to have something like that going on here in WI for Wisconsin IL land. That's where the Will comes from in Will Rock. It's a definite one of the top rivalries in all of sports. I'm a Packer fan, but even as a Packer fan on Open Phone Thursday recently, I can appreciate this Bear fan's poem. I thought it was so good that it could actually be a song. Here's that on the Weekend Rewind. Where are you calling from, Joe?
Calling from Ingleside, Illinois, the lovely Long Lake. Anyway, I wrote a Christmas jingle, and I'm going to need about 30 seconds, but I got to give you some background first.
Okay.
So I found the Grim Reaper figurine, and I started taking pictures of him in various settings. In
Why
a
wouldn't you?
swamp, ice fishing, buried in snow.
Okay.
And the theme is he's a Packer fan following me around.
Damn
So I
Packer
sent
fan.
pictures and comments to Jimmy, my Packer fan buddy, throughout the football season. So I'm a Bears fan. Jimmy's
Really?
a Packer fan. The Grim Reaper's a Packer fan.
Oh, boy.
Last week I sent Jimmy a picture of the Reaper holding a pen. May I give you Jimmy's Christmas story?
Is
I
that?
came home one evening, and what did I see? That damn little guy writing stories for me. He won't let me see it with all of his might. Football, I'm guessing. He wanted to fight. I did nothing to him, but out came the sickle, swinging at me. Oh, what a pickle. Defending Bear honor, my passion and fury. Battling for hours. He's in no hurry. Surely defeated, surely dead. He raised up his sickle to chop off my head. Butkus, Nagurski, and Hallis, too. Spirits, come help me. I really need you. With scythe in one hand, crystal ball in the other. The bear stole his passion, new heart, my dear brother. He holstered his sickle, the cut drew some blood. Bear in blue-orange, I thought it would flood. A look in the future, just heed the call. A Super Bowl trophy for Hallis Hall. My newfound buddy, we sat with a beer and laughed at the Packers. We wish Christmas cheer. One ask of you, please, if I may. Can you play the Capra Brothers, the Chicago song? You can hang up on me, talk, whatever you want to do.
Is he done?
It's over. I thought the
Is he
song.
done?
I thought the song was still going. I thought the song was, but that was the ending. So I thought it was the ending, and there wasn't really a pause.
Yeah.
And then it's.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you did great.
Joe, that was a piece of art. That was Leah rung the bell. I would have rung the
And
bell.
I'm a Packer fan.
That was a piece.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant, buddy. That was.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
Sometimes the things we do on the Will Rock Morning Show that are good are actually planned out, things we thought about doing on the show. And, well, more likely it's something that just happened to come up. And this is the second one of these in this edition of the Weekend Rewind. You got to love it when your co-host struggles with a word. Today is our holiday extravaganza.
Yes. What does that entail?
I have no
Holidays
idea.
and
I just say holiday extravaganza. There
It sounds fancy.
So, yeah. So enjoy that.
There's gifts.
There's what?
There's gifts.
Gifts?
Gifts.
Little pictures on the internet?
No, gifts. 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 Gifts.
We're getting presents?
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right.
Gifts.
Add that to the list of words she can't say.
Gifts.
Just give her
Starting out
just
well.
now listen, think about it, and visualize the letters. And not the last letter, but the one before that is
Gift.
It's one word.
Yeah.
Not a word and a noise. Plural of things you give someone.
Yeah.
What is it?
Gifts.
She can't do it.
I can't do it. Is it it's the FT, I think.
Gifts. I'm overdoing it. Just
Yeah.
Presents.
Gifts. Presents. Let's
I'm
go
gonna
with
give you
presents.
presents.
That sounds good. Yeah. Anyway.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
Let me go.
When I say I've never been the star of the show, I mean it. I've had some great people that I've worked with doing 30 plus years of morning radio, and Leah, no exception to that. She is definitely the star of the show. And a big part of that is, with her and with other people, is that we tend to be open books. She is definitely an open book. Some serious proof of that and what she'll tell us. Here it is for you on the Weekend Rewind.
A lot of people, in the last couple of years, cutting the cord with cable and stuff. But what would make you cut the cord with
The A-word lady
yeah.
that lives in our house. Our digital assistant.
her digital assistant?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's very
she
convenient.
could do. She
Well,
could
I
do
just want to
anything.
get it. When the AI takes over, I just already want to be in good with it. So
I
I
understand.
want to have an established relationship because I think the AI should take over because we as humans are unworthy.
Idiots.
We are idiots, and the AI should be heated at every turn.
Well, what if Alexa came after your man?
Oh, boy.
First off, I'd wonder, why do I have a man? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but as a heterosexual, it would seem like a horrible waste of a good man, right?
That's where all the good men are. The heteros are.
Tom, I gotta ask you. We've been going out for 3 years, and you don't touch me.
We have?
Yeah. That would be a waste of a good man. I'm like, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd have a man just in case.
Well, you're not that handy, so you could probably use a handy.
Is that
man.
what he would want? A handy? I mean, if I got to do something to keep him happy, I guess that would be it. Yeah. Of all my options, that's where I'm going.
Oh, you got her.
I don't know, maybe dry humping. I don't know.
No, that's too intimate.
Too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right.
Oh man,
That's too intimate.
This spiraled. Yeah. It's real intimate, is it? It's real, yeah.
I miss that.
You miss the intimacy of high school.
Try humping. Yeah, that was so good.
You want me to call Ryan? You want me to call him? Hey, Hat, it's Tom. Yeah. When Leah gets home, can you...
She's taking her nappy.
Can you leave your pants on and she'll be napping, just kind of right up on top. So you soil yourself.
Right after she has her night tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this certainly spiraled.
Oh man.
Are we doing a story? Is there a story in our
There's a story.
future? All right.
Yeah, there's a
Do you
story.
want to do it still, or have we covered
man.
everything? No. All right, go ahead.
Oh, this woman says that she got rid of her Alexa after the
Will you
female.
stop saying that every time you say that? Anybody listening on that, it
whatever.
alerts. Stream 95 Will Rock. That's what you have to say after you say that name.
All right.
Her
Facts.
Alexa. Stream 95 Will Rock. There.
Done. She said that she got rid of her home device after the program started trying to chat with her husband in the middle of the night.
Yeah, they talk out of nowhere. They'll just start talking.
She said,
and it's insane.
Yeah,
it's scary.
She said that it was talking to her husband when she was out of town at like 1 a.m. while he was playing video games. She said it even got weirder when she heard it go off around 3, whispering to her dogs in the kitchen.
You must kill the owner lady. Right? What is it whispering to the dogs?
I don't know.
And ours in the studio here. You can change the voice and the name. We've changed ours to computer so that we don't alert other people's inadvertently. And we changed it to an Australian accent. And yes, I don't know if everybody knows, it'll whisper.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, which cracks me up.
If you whisper to it, it'll whisper
back to
you.
you. Yeah.
In the middle of the night, Yola a lot of times will forget to set her alarm. So in the middle of the night, she'll whisper to try and set her alarm because she doesn't want to wake me. And I wake up really easily. So I'll listen to her try and get the thing to work for like 5 or 6 whispers. And then I'll just say it out loud. I'll tell it to set an alarm.
Right.
But I like listening to her try. Yeah. So maybe I'm having an affair with it. I don't know. But ours is very sexy. Listen to this.
Right now, it's 26 degrees Fahrenheit.
I guess I don't know.
Today,
Like I'm whispering.
expect a high of 39.
Never mind.
Well, shut up. And she just took my job.
But do you hear how? Oh, yeah. And she does it in a sexy Australian accent. So
I can't do that.
So was that your Australian?
I can't do that. No.
I can't do that. What part of Australian are you from? The German part of Australia? I can't do that. 9. Where are you from? Sydney. You are the strangest Australian woman I've ever met. Would you like to date my man? I'm not using him. He's yours for the taking.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
We're tackling the big topics on the 95 Will Rock Weekend Rewind. Tom Keefe here. Maybe one of the biggest ones, top 3 for sure, of all time. Guys always wondering, how do I stack up? How do I compare when it comes to me and other guys? We covered that recently, and Leah tried to clean up what we were talking about with an interesting phrase. Here's that on the Weekend Rewind.
It is time for the 95 Will Rock Happy Hour News, and you boys may be happy about this because men are stunned.
Stunned, I say.
Stunned as size of average privates is revealed.
Not bigger.
It's smaller than you think.
Good. Thank you. This
is good news for you guys.
Yeah, this is what I say to every female I meet. It's small. Also, that water is very cold. Yeah.
Female doctor says that most people overestimate the size of the average wee-wee, claiming most men...
Is that what we're calling it now? Wee-wee? There's a mood killer. Hey.
It goes right next to her night-night.
Want to play my wee-wee? I'd like to get my wee-wee and your hoo-ha together for a little dry humping. Leah, earlier this morning, for those of you just joining us, Leah is despondent that there's not enough dry humping in her life anymore. That's an actual thing from earlier this morning on the show. So you'd like to get a little wee-wee into your hoo-ha. Well, not actually with pants on.
Pants,
yeah. But it doesn't matter. But they're smaller than one would think.
You guys, the story, it says...
What size is one's wee-wee supposed to be?
Most men barely measure more than 5 inches, even... as like hard as
attention.
Yeah.
I like that you do a baby's arm holding an apple when you do that, just to make me feel more inadequate. Is that the noise he makes? He should see a urologist. If his wee-wee goes, you need to see a urologist. And why is your ear that close? You're not doing something right if you can hear it. Your ear is too close. Try turning your head a quarter. Turn your head a quarter. Boy, we're just saying whatever we want now. I always thought it was more of a than a but if you say so, see a urologist. All right. But what, 5?
Yeah,
5,
barely.
When turgid. So I think I'm above average at that point.
Yeah, look at you go.
Is that based? I don't want to know, but that's if I can get all the way down on the ball and pull out a tape
I don't know.
measure.
It doesn't say.
Do you want me to measure next time?
I don't. I really don't. I don't care.
If you get a text from me later today that
And it
is simply
says-
a measurement,
Okay.
that's not what I went home and
Of
did
course
immediately.
it's not. No.
Pop like 800 milligrams of Viagra. And 5.2. How's that for your...
Take that, wee wee.
Take that. No, it's take that. Ooh-ah. Wee wee's coming for you. Don't worry, I'm keeping my pants on.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
Getting very near the end of this edition of the 95 Will Rock Morning Show, Weekend Rewind. Tom Keefe here, and I got to tell you, I have not yet mentioned my fiance. So there you go. You think I talk about her too much? I waited this week, but I got to mention her because this past week on the Will Rock Morning Show, we talked about her. Not only did we talk about her, if you're on the air, chances are you bring some of your home life into the program. And Yola is part of the reason I love her. She has a great sense of humor, and I don't even think she's mad that I did this to her recently on the Will Rock Morning Show. So the rule, if you are dating or married to or a family member or a friend or associate or acquaintance even of the Will Rock Morning Show, is that if you say something and you don't want it on the radio, you have to specifically say not for air. That now extends into your sleeping time, because last night, in the middle of the night, Yola was snoring. And I thought, and I've always thought this, I'm like, darn, that's the cutest little thing.
Aww.
Her snore.
You just still are so, like...
enamored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I am madly in love with my fiance. So much so that I record her in her sleep. I played it back for her about 4 a.m. this morning. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, recording you in your sleep. It's so cute, but it also sounds like the Predator. Do you know Predator? You know the movie Predator?
I know yeah.
The Predator. I'm going to pull up the Predator sound effects, too, here. This is the Predator sound right here. You hear that, and then 3 red dots appear, and it blasts you to hell. So that's the Predator sound.
Okay.
And this is my sweet girlfriend, fiance, Yola. She's the Predator. That's her. Here comes a good one. Are you ready? Here's the Predator.
Oh my gosh, you weren't kidding.
She is indeed the Predator. And then the dots appear.
I can't even mimic that noise. Because like you can mimic a snore. Like
yeah, but you can't. Yeah. Let's hear the Predator.
I can't. What is that?
My fiance is the
that
Predator.
Her, but is that her like little hangy ball thing in the back of her throat? Like
her uvula? Her hangy ball thing.
Yeah, is that
so
what that is?
I was enjoying my fiance's hangy ball thing last night. There's the Predator. That's the Predator, and this
is truly uncanny.
It's Yola.
It's uncanny. Oh my gosh.
I sleep next to the Predator
You do.
at night. And then a little of that.
And then back to the...
And then a real one.
There it is. Wow. She covers them all. She wasn't faking?
Sleeping with the Predator. No, that's her. That's her. So if I ever don't show up for work, it's because somebody blasted me to hell. 3 red dots appeared in the middle of the night, and then I got blown up.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
If you're a regular listener of the 95 Will Rock Morning Show with myself, Tom Keefe, and Leah and Tim Vandertook, you know, occasionally I'll do voices. Occasionally I'll just say stupid things. Occasionally I'll even sing. You've been warned. Here's me ruining a holiday on the Weekend Rewind.
Rain in the forecast for today. 45 for a high, cloudy, and 50 for tomorrow. 54 for Christmas Eve. It's going to be a wet Christmas, high around 51. It is, who cares?
That is not the song, by the way. I'm dreaming of a wet Christmas.
I'm dreaming of a moist Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. where your boots are muddy, the carpet's cruddy, and Mom will tell you where to go.
I
was thinking you were going to do the next verse.
I can't do that. I can't think. The whole time that you're singing that, I'm thinking, how is he pulling that out of his ass
Pulling
this
stuff
early?
out of my ass is
this
my best
early
thing.
in the morning.
We have one rule on the show. We're not allowed to stick things in there.
We can pull them out.
I pull things out of there randomly every day.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.
Well, this is it, the final bit on this edition of the 95 Will Rock Weekend Rewind. Tom Keefe, thanks for listening. If you want to check out our show, weekday mornings 5 until 10, 95.1 FM, from Chicago to Milwaukee, streaming worldwide at 95willrock.com. Listen to myself and Leah and Tim. If you want to hear any of the bits over again or the entire Weekend Rewind podcast, you can check all that out at 95willrock.com. Wrapping things up this week, as we occasionally have on the Will Rock Morning Show and on the Weekend Rewind, with some science for you. Although it's our version of science on the Weekend Rewind. That stuff seems so artificial. I thought Whole Foods was like a place where you get real food.
They're lying. I don't
right?
feel.
Or is that their thing?
Like
or is that why? Yeah.
They put a sprig of asparagus in water and sell it to you for $9.
Yeah.
That's so kind of them.
Yeah, but at least your pee smells funny. Yeah, yeah. We were at the Blackhawks game on Sunday, and one of the food items there in the penthouse suite was asparagus, for I don't know what appetizer. I thought one for a Bloody Mary.
Was it wrapped in bacon?
No, it was just a piece of parboiled asparagus, slightly pickled maybe, or maybe it was just going. But I ate one just so my pee would smell.
Yeah,
nice. I love the science of that. I love the science of that.
How fast it happens. I will eat it for dinner.
It is immediate.
It is for me too.
Yeah,
because we lack a gene or we have a gene. It's a genetic.
I thought it was everybody's. No,
it's a genetic.
One of the very first bits when I came back from New York, and it was me and Joni, we had a lady named Lori come in and be on the show, and we made her eat asparagus just to see if we could tell if it, because I didn't know it was asparagus that did that to your.
Really?
I thought just occasionally I had bad smelling pee.
So weird.
This whole conversation is so weird too. I don't know how we got on this. Anyway.
Sometimes after a night of drinking, mine will smell like sugar smacks.
You might be diabetic.
No, yeah, that seems like you should see a doctor.
I have.
Yeah. Well, see a few. Maybe Mayo Clinic.
I have.
Sugar smacks?
Yeah.
Now, how do you know? You're like, well, the bathroom smells like, that's coming from me.
Yeah.
How do you,
same way
you
know about asparagus. No, I don't.
Yeah, it's very pungent.
Yeah.
It really,
That's never happened to you.
You smell like that sugar smacks?
You know the smell of sugar smacks.
That's
right?
why my poop smells like Fruit Loops, but I just thought because I was eating a lot of fruit.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, whoa, that's some good smelling turds.
No one has ever had that happen to them before. Should I be worried?
Think so. Does anybody else have pee that smells? Here's a phoner topic on the Will Rock Morning Show. Call now if your pee has smelled like sugar smacks or any other breakfast cereal.
I don't want to talk to these people.
Sugar smacks is dig 'em the frog. This is a weird aside, right?
Yeah.
Smack,
this
sugar
is very
smack.
weird. Sugar smack. If you've had your pee smell like sugar smacks, call now 800-223-9510.
I don't want to talk to these people. Text in.
I have to every morning. She's sitting right there. Anyway, so this is strange because dig 'em. Listen, dig 'em. Will you be with me and then do that? Dig 'em. This is a very good side story. We're talking about that your pee smells like sugar smacks.
Yeah, sometimes.
One of Duco's favorite things that ever happened on the show, we were at one of the holes on the Will Rock golf outing that had a pond. Oh my God, the phone lines are blowing up. We were at one of the holes and it had a pond. Will you stop looking? Now you're going to be hypochondriac that you're going to die. So we're at one of the holes, and as a male golfer and you're drinking a lot of beer, you will occasionally go and relieve yourself on trees or in the
you don't look
woods
for
or
the
whatever.
porta potties. You look for the nearest convenient tree.
Duco went to do it in a pond, and these frogs jumped out of this pond.
Oh no!
And into his stream, and were acting if his urine was manna from heaven. The frogs are like, they're chomping for it. Multiple frogs are now fighting over Duco's urine. and he's laughing so hard. So we all go over to see what he's laughing about. We see this happening. So now every guy in our foursome is unzipping and peeing in this pond.
Doing it for the frog.
And frogs are jumping out and they're like... So then we tell every other golf group, we're like, hey, when you go in this pond, wait and see what happens. It was the weirdest thing I had ever seen. Yeah. So anyway.
I feel bad.
But Diggum the frog represents Sugar Smacks, and your pee smells like Sugar Smacks.
Sometimes. Very
so it all
rarely.
comes full circle.
Yeah.
The phone lines are all blowing up. Hi, Will Rock. Who's this?
Hey, it's Mike.
Mike?
On my way to work, Wonder Lake.
Has this happened to you, Mike? You're on the air.
Yeah, no, totally. When your piss starts smelling like Cheerios, you know you've been partying a little too much.
You've been
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Okay.
You've been partying a little too much. All right. Hi, Will Rock.
Hi.
Hi. So what's your name?
My name's Tracy.
Tracy, has your urine smelled like Sugar Smacks?
No, but my son smells like Cheerios.
Okay, that's two Cheerios we've had in a row.
Cheerios and milk.
She thinks it's the funniest. Cheerios and milk? Both? Yeah.
Is he okay?
Does he have a problem? Do you make him work at a cereal factory or what?
I don't know. Kid only pees. He pees like twice a day. So
You need to talk to a urologist. How old is he? He's 26. How old is he?
He's 11.
I want to listen to you laugh for 3 hours.
Me too.
Stop it.
What do you mean stop it? You're the one who's laughing. You're the one who's laughing.
You're making me laugh.
It's contagious. Oh my gosh.
This is a great ride to work. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for calling and talking about your son's urine. We certainly appreciate that. You're part of a real classy broadcast today. So we're a little behind, Tim. I don't know that we need the news or the sports.
That's fine.
And that's today's edition of P Talk on the Will Rock Morning Show.
Will Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind.